Welcome to Yacht Talk. We are in Barnes, southwest London, to visit Winch Design in the headquarters. Today we're going to discuss a major collaboration with Heesen Yachts, Project Sparta.
Good morning, Charlotte. Welcome to Winch Design.
Thank you very much. Some tulips for you and some waffles.
Thank you very much indeed. Come on through.
Jim, we're here today to discuss a complex project called Sparta. So tell us a bit more about the brief and the concept.
Well, Sparta began life as Project Avanti, which was a concept that we showcased at the 2018 Monaco Yacht Show. And quite soon after, a client came to us, or in fact came to Mark Cavendish at Heesen. The concept was part of his sales portfolio. And quite out of the blue, actually, we got a phone call from Mark, who was meeting the client down at Park Lane, just down the road from us. And he said, you better get down here and meet the client with us. I think he's quite interested. So we did that. And the client, after a few pleasantries, pushed the profile of the boat across the table and says, this is what I would like to build. So away we went. That was really the start of it. And actually the concept hasn't changed very much in its development. It stayed pretty much as it was in the original state.
In terms of its overall feel or looks, I would say, it's a performance yacht, isn't it? It's very racy, sporty looking. Surely that was part of the initial concept, wasn't it?
It was indeed, and James was very much instrumental in penning those first lines of the exterior. It's alive. It's very lithe. It's very athletic looking boat. It's a sculpture on the sea, really. It's going to sit very nicely on the water, immediately recognisable. And I think that was one of the factors which attracted the client from the beginning, that really emotional connection.
James, you work on Yacht Exteriors at Winch Design, and you were obviously involved with the project. Tell us a bit more about your role.
So I run the Yacht Exterior team here at Winch, and so Mark Cavendish got in touch with us back end of 2017 now to develop a new concept for Heesen, something that retained the Heesen DNA, which to us is a very low profile, sporty, elegant yacht. We spent a bit of time with him developing some concepts, which he then decided we should go with the Avanti concept, and then we took that forward into a fully detailed concept, which was released at Monaco, as Jim said, in 2018. And then, that's what turned into being Project Sparta.
What's interesting about the project is the fact that it's very much centred around the lifestyle of the owner and his or her family. What can you tell us about that in terms of how you accommodated this into the process?
Well, it is. It's very much a family boat and oriented towards a family lifestyle, both exterior and interior. So we have the transom beach, which is very open, very low to the water, perfect for enjoying the fun on the water. So that's a principal signature of the boat. Then when we move into the interior, the general arrangement has two very separate owner's suites on a private owner's deck. So completely private deck for mum and dad. And then we have two VIP cabins forward on the main deck, which are dedicated towards the children. And the neat thing about that is we have a sliding partition between the two rooms, so they can be obviously used as two bedrooms, but they can open up into this gigantic play area for the children. So I think they're going to love that.
To find out more about Sparta, the project, the process, we have spoken to Arno de Witt, who is project coordinator at Heesen Yachts.
Hello, Arno.
Hello, Charlotte. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for joining us. Now, Arno, we're here to talk about Project Sparta. Sparta is interesting because It's the longest steel yacht ever built by Heesen, and you were project coordinator. So take us through the main features of this really special yacht.
Yes, a very special yacht indeed. It's especially designed with the use by the family, the owners, in mind. Therefore, we have a lower deck that's usually for guest cabins. It's completely designed for a spa area with a steam room and a sauna and a jacuzzi and a gym. And it's a very nice featured design, so I really like this area. And can't wait to see it in real, to be honest.
And what makes it really special to work on? Tell us about the main challenges you've encountered in terms of the engineering and the actual build.
Well, the fact that the spa and gym area are on lower deck as well as the galley makes it for mechanical engineering quite challenging, because all pipework and electrical routings coming from the engine room need to pass this very special area. So that's quite challenging for the engineering department.
So what stage of the project have we reached?
Well, we just turned the hull over on its upright position, and around week 40, 41, the superstructure and the hull will be moved to Os, and there the two parts will be joined together and moved into the shed.
So when can we expect to see her sailing and for the family it was designed for to enjoy it?
The family can start enjoying the yacht in the mid of 2023. Then she will be delivered to the client.
Arno, what's also unusual about Sparta is the fact that it has an inverted bow. So tell us about the additional challenges this created.
The inverted bow did surprise us a little bit. During the tank tests, we wanted to know whether to add a spray reel or not. A spray reel actually breaks the spray water when it crawls up to the inverted bow. And it turned out with the spray reel, the spray water actually was traveled further onto the windows of the wheelhouse compared to when we didn't include a spray rail. So that was actually a good result, because we could keep the spray rail, don't use it, and you keep the bow design very clean and nice actually.
Well, Arno, thank you very much for your time today, because I hear it's very busy at the shipyard at the moment.
Yes, we are indeed, and it was totally my pleasure, Charlotte.
James, what are your favourite features of the yacht?
I think as Jim said, the key is the main deck aft. So we have this flush swimming pool with an amazing beach terrace, as we call it. So really sat at the back end of the main deck, you've got this amazing unobstructed view, and also the sun deck is fantastic. It's, you've got a whole nother living area up there. The raised pilot house design helps have this, again, unobstructed views from the sun deck, and still keeps a very low profile and an elegant yacht.
The sun deck is magnificent actually. It can be completely open when the weather is bright and sunshiny, but also we can protect it by closing off the roof and the sides, so when the weather's a little bit inclement, it's also very usable. So magnificent space.
And also the foredeck as well is, you just look how long that is in front of, it's fully private owner's deck. So that's also another amazing space.
And here we've got some of the wonderful materials you have used on board, and some of them have a story, haven't they? So tell us a bit more about this, for instance. That's a piece of the staircase, isn't that right? Yes?
Well, the staircase is a story. We've introduced lots of the elements of earth, fire, water, etc. The staircase is actually going to be a story in carved timber of those elements running down through the three decks. So that's going to be a wonderful centerpiece for the whole interior.
And Jim, here you've got what looks like a big banana leaf. So what is that?
It is in fact a big banana leaf. Yes, we've used lots of different materials. on the interior. It's beautifully calm, very gentle colour scheme, so very easy to live with, but it has an injection of some very special materials that we've found specifically for this boat, as we always do, to make it very tailored. So again, the elements of nature are going to come into the different spaces, and the banana leaf we're actually using in the dining room space, so it'll be pretty special.
What are you most proud of as designers, working on this project?
I think for me, it's probably, on every project, it's the end goal of seeing the client's dreams turned into a physical product, and seeing their reaction when they first step on board, when the boat's launched. It's that's the reason we do it, is to please them and let them enjoy the process as we develop the designs.
I think Sparta is another very individual winch signature, which we always like to try to make them that way inside and out. Sparta is going to sit very beautifully on the water. It's really a sculpture. It's very lean and taut in its signature. So I think it's going to be immediately recognisable, and that's really what we try to produce.
The tradition at Yacht Talk is to answer a question asked by a previous guest. In your case, it's Ben Harrison who sent a question to you. So here you go.
My question to Jim is, in today's day and age, what does he find the most challenging aspect of the yacht design process?
Thank you, Ben. Well, I think the challenge is the same now as it always was then. All those days ago, Ben, when we used to draw things by hand. I think it's gaining the trust of the client, but we've lots of experience. I hope we do that very well. But in today's age of visualizing everything by computer, it's so realistic. We're not expecting the client to really use their imagination as we used to do in those days of pencil-drawn visuals, and the realistic rendering is very open to critique. So it's, gaining the trust is the important part, but I think we do that pretty well.
Okay, so Jim, it's now your turn to ask a question to the next guest, who will be Andrew Bond of Fraser Yachts. So what's your question?
So Andrew, my question is, Fraser and Heesen have enjoyed a very long and productive relationship together. What do you think the Fraser buyers would expect now from Heesen and its collaborating designers in the future?
Very good question indeed. Well, Jim, James, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you, it's been a pleasure.
Same here. So that's it from us at Yacht Talk, but stay with us. Next time we will be talking to Andrew Bond of Fraser Yachts. In the meantime, keep yachting.